Right, hello year one and year two. I hope we're doing okay. Today we're going to do some warm up. And with your warm up, you're not going to need a pair of socks. But with your main session today, you will need a pair of socks. So if you just want to quickly go and get yourself some socks just so they're ready and so they're near, so when we do get into the main session, you don't need to go and run and quickly go and find a pair. So if you just want to pause the video, go and get yourself a socks, and then we're going to get started. Warm up today. You're not going to need your socks just to start off with, so you're not going to need your socks for the warm up. And we're going to play a game called Coach Says. So it's a bit like Simon Says, but obviously my name's not Simon. Okay, so we're going to do whatever I say if I say Coach Says. So if I say Coach Says touch your head, you have to do it. If I say Coach Says put your hands on your knees, we have to do it. If I say jog on the spot for 10 seconds, we don't do it because I didn't say Coach Says. So are we ready? Let's give it a try. This is the practice round. So Coach says put your hands on your knees. Coach says put your hands on your ears. Coach says put your hands on your head. Coach says jog on the spot for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coach says put your hands on your knees again. Coach says touch your toes. Coach says jump up nice and high. Touch your ears. Good, well done. If you didn't touch your ears, fantastic. Coach says jump up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Coach says put your hands on your shoulders. Coach says do a jump but face the other way. So jump, face the other way. Coach says do a jump and face the screen again. Good. Why did I have my hands on my shoulders still? Right. Coach says jump up nice and tall. Coach says jog on the spot for 10 seconds again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coach says do 3 star jumps. 1, 2, 3. Coach says do 3 star jumps again. 1, 2, 3. Do 3 star jumps again. Good, well done. Excellent. So that was just a practice round just to get ourselves used to that warm-up game. So if I say Coach Says, we need to do it. If I don't say Coach Says, we don't do it. So we're going to do 10 different movements or 10 different things that Coach will say. And every time you get one correct, you get yourself 1 point. So if I say Coach says touch your knees with your hands, that's 1 point because you've done it. If I then say stand up nice and tall, and you don't do it because I didn't say Coach says, you get another point as well. So that'll be 2 points. So every time you follow the instructions, give yourself 1 point. Are we ready? Coach says do 3 star jumps. 1, 2, 3. Coach says put your hands on your head. Coach says keep your hands on your head. Coach says put your hands on your tummy. Coach says do 3 big jumps as high as you can go. 1, 2, 3. Coach says jog on the spot for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coach says do 1 huge jump as high as you can go while bending your knees like you're sitting on a chair. Coach says do 3 star jumps once again. 1, 2, 3. Touch your head. Oh, see if I try and catch you out. Ready? And put your hands on your shoulders. Oh, good. And Coach says jog on the spot for 10 seconds again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. That is round 1 over. See, think about how many points you managed to get. Right, ready. Round number 2. We're going to have 3 rounds. So we've got this round, then we've got another one after, just to keep ourselves nice and warm. So, ready. Coach says sprint on the spot as fast as you can for 10 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coach says do 3 star jumps. 1, 2, 3. Coach says do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coach says touch your hands with your head. Coach says put your hands on your shoulders. Coach says put your hands on your elbows. Coach says can you do 2 jumps, 1 facing that way, 1 facing the screen again. So 1, 2. Coach says do it again. 1, 2. Coach says do it again. 1, 2. Coach says sprint on the spot for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do 3 star jumps. Oh, good. Ready. Coach says do 2 big jumps forward. 1, 2. Coach says do 2 big jumps backwards. 1, 2. Coach says do 2 big jumps to the right. 1, 2. Do 2 big jumps back into the middle. Oh, well done if you're standing still. Good. Coach says do 2 big jumps back in the middle. 1, 2. Coach says do 1 big jump forward, 1 big jump backwards. 1, 2. Coach says sprint on the spot for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Round number 2 completed. See how many points you got in that round. See if you managed to beat the first round. So, round number 3, we're going to get started. So, this is the final one. Let's try and get a higher score than what we done in the first 2. Are we ready? Are we steady? Listening ears on. Coach says do 1 big jump forward, 1 big jump backwards. 1, 2. Coach says do 1 big jump backwards, 1 big jump forwards. 1, 2. Coach says do 1 big jump to the right, 1 big jump to the left. 1, 2. Coach says stand back in the middle. Coach says sprint on the spot for 5 seconds, fast as you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 1 big jump forward. Nice, well done if you're standing still. Give yourself a point. Ready. Coach says do 1 big jump forward, 1 big jump backwards. 1, 2. Coach says do 1 big jump backwards, 1 big jump forwards. 1, 2. Coach says spin around as fast as you can. Coach says touch your head. Coach says touch your shoulders. Touch your head. Coach says 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one, coach says sprint on the spot for 10 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right. Well done. Good warm up. Now we're going to get into our main session. So just quickly go and get yourself your socks and then we'll get started. Also go and get yourself a quick drink because that was quite tiring. Well done. See you in the main session. Right, so main session today, year 1 and year 2, is going to be with a pair of socks. And last week we was working on our throwing and catching while moving forward and back. This time we're just going to be working on loads of different skills that we can actually just do with a pair of socks today. So The first one is going to be, in basketball, as you've seen, they manage to bounce the ball through their legs and they can just keep going backwards and forwards in a figure of 8. So what we're going to do today with our pair of socks is we're going to do that. So we're going to pretend that this is a basketball, but we're obviously not going to bounce it because it's not going to bounce up and back into our hand. We're just going to do everything that we can do with a basketball with our pair of socks. So for the first 30 seconds, what we're going to do is just staying still. We're going to open our legs up with our feet facing forward, and we're just going to be passing the socks through our legs in that figure of 8. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go. We're just passing the socks through, in through, under our legs, and then passing it into the other hand. You don't need to start off, you don't need to do it as quickly as you can just to start off with. We're just getting the movement of just passing it through our legs and taking it with the opposite hand. So as you can see, I'm not going as quickly as I can. I've just got my eyes looking forward. My hands are doing all of the jobs. I'm just bending my knees so I'm low to the ground. So in basketball, they get nice and low to the ground just so they can change direction really quickly. So if they need to pass it in here and then go one way, they can. So just last 10 seconds, just passing it through. Brilliant, good stuff. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest there. So now we're going to try and do it a little bit quicker. So what that means is that we don't need to we don't need to be moving our legs. The only thing we need to move is our arms. So it's really important that with our hands that we're getting a nice strong grip of the socks as it passes through into the other hand. So as I'm passing it through into one hand, I'm squeezing it so I don't drop. So I'm just squeezing the socks as they pass through my legs into the other hand, just so it doesn't drop in the floor, and so I have control of the socks the whole time. So are we ready? 30 seconds, we're going to try and go a little bit quicker now. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. 30 seconds, keep a nice strong grip of the socks. See if we can go a little bit quicker. Also, try and have your eyes looking at the screen and not at the floor. Because if we're looking at the floor in a game of basketball or any sport, if we're looking at the floor, we can't see where we're going. Because the only thing I can see if I'm doing this and looking at the floor is the floor and my shoes. But in a game of basketball or football, if we're playing football, really important that we're keeping our eyes up so I can see all of the space around me. Last 10 seconds. Good. Brilliant. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Good. So we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to try and go forwards. So instead of my feet just being together, I'm now going to have one foot in front of each other. So now it's going to be 1, I'm stepping, going under. 2, stepping, so it's going under one leg, and I'm just stepping forward as I go closer. So I'm bending my knees, so I'm not walking nice and tall and just doing this and lifting my feet up. I'm keeping myself nice and low. I'm bending my knees. It's going under, under. So I'm bending my knees and I'm walking towards the screen on my phone. But I'm bending my knees and I'm keeping my body really close to the floor. So, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm stepping nice and slowly. I'm taking small steps. I'm not taking big steps because I want to see how many I can fit in a row. When you get too close, just take a couple steps back and then go back to the start. So ready? Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that time I fit in 8. So I'm going to try and beat the score of 8. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 9 that time and stop there. So really important that the way we can beat our score is by obviously doing it, taking smaller steps. So if I'm doing this and I'm taking big steps, 1, 2, 3, that's 3 steps before I've reached the camera. And that's a score of 3. But if I take small steps like this, I'll fit in more points. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I fit in 10 that time because I was moving my legs fast, but I was also moving my hands with the socks nice and fast as well. So I was taking loads of little steps, but I'm moving the socks in and out as quickly as I can to get more points. So are we ready? Let's try and take smaller steps and move our hands quicker with the socks through. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got 12 that time. Highest score so far for me. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. Last one. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I can't get past 12. And rest there. So, we're now going to go forwards and then we're going to go backwards. So, I'm going to take small steps going forwards towards my device, which is my phone. And then when I get towards it, like this, 1, 2, oh wow, throwing the socks on the floor. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I get close, I'm now going to go backwards. So I'm going to take small steps going backwards now, in and out through my legs. But now I'm going to be going backwards to where I've come. And then when I get back towards my fence, I'm then going to go forwards again, seeing how many points I can get in. When I reach the phone, I'm now going to go backwards. So we're going forwards and backwards. See how many points you can get in, adding together forwards and backwards. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 10 going forward, 7 going backwards. So I got 17 that round. Ready? Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And rest there. So, whew, that was just moving forward and backwards while doing our figure of 8 in between our legs. So, right, so next activity is going to be, just quickly get your socks into a ball. And we're going to try and use our fingertips, so not our palms, our fingertips, to try and keep the socks in the air. So, I'll give you an example. I'm using both hands, I'm using my fingertips, and I'm just tapping the socks in the sky to see how long I can keep it in the air without dropping them on the floor. So, we're using our fingertips now to try and keep our socks in the air. So we're just patting the socks in the sky to see how many times I can keep it in the air. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. See how many times we can pat it in the sky and keep it in the air. So we're going to try and do it for 30 seconds if we can. So keeping our eyes on the socks. Good, just using our fingertips. Oh, nearly dropped it then. Good. 15 seconds left. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, dropped it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, dropped it again. And rest there. So, really important in this that we're keeping our eyes on the socks the whole time, because it's moving around all different directions every single time we tap the socks. So it's really important I'm keeping my eyes on them, but also moving my hands really quick to adjust and hit the socks when it changes direction. Instead of using my hands as well to just move, also need to move my feet, because a few times I hit the socks in front. If I was standing still, I wouldn't have been able to keep it up. So really important that I'm moving my feet to change direction at the same time as well. So are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So just tapping using our fingertips for 30 seconds. See how many times we can tap it without, no. Dropped it on the floor again. Good. 20 seconds left. Brilliant. Keeping your eyes on the socks. Just tapping. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay, throw it on the floor. Right, so now I'm going to add in a point system. So every time now you tap it in the sky, give yourself 1 point. So for 30 seconds we're going to see how many points we can get whilst tapping the socks. But if you tap it and it drops on the floor, you go back to 0. So it's really important that we're keeping the socks nice and high in front of us. Also, the height of it means a lot. So if I'm smashing it really high in the sky, I'm going to find it quite difficult to keep it up. So really important that I'm just keeping the socks at a nice level, just so I can move my hands quick enough just to keep it up. So we don't need to smash it really high. We just need to keep them nice and low with our fingertips, just tapping the socks in the sky. So every time you tap it now, give yourself 1 point. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds. 1. Just keeping your eyes on the socks, moving our hands, our feet at the same time. Try not to grab the socks, just try and use your fingertips just to keep it up. 15 seconds. Oh. Oh, nearly dropped it 3 times then. Nice and quick. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Catch. We're going to go inside, back, catch. So, inside, back, catch. That would be 10 points. So we're going to see in 30 seconds how many times we can do it. So, are we ready? It's going to be inside, back, catch, 10 points. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Inside, back, catch, 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch, 20. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch. 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, catch. 40 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one doesn't count. I tapped it 5 times. Inside, back, catch. inside, inside, back, back, catch. 5 more times. Let's see if we can get 50 more points. And then we are done. Catch. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch. Good. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Dropped it at the last one. Ready? Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And catch. 10 points to me. So, next part of the lesson is just going to be, for the last 2 minutes, just going to be me talking about what we done in today's lesson. Year 1 and Year 2, really well done. You've definitely probably been better than me today, especially with the back of our hands, because I think I dropped it about 15 times today. So you've definitely done better than me. But last part of the lesson, just going to be talking about what we've done today. Well done, and I'll see you next week. Excellent. Today's lesson, Year 1 and Year 2, was all about just maybe ball skills, but with a pair of socks. So we started off with our feet nice and wide, and in basketball, they passed the ball, or they bounced the ball through their legs at a figure of 8. So they're just moving the socks in and out of their legs in a figure of 8, and they're making sure that they're squeezing onto the ball and keeping it really, really under control. So what we done for the first 30 seconds was just working on keeping our eyes looking forward and being able to pass the ball, or the sock, in between our legs without it dropping on the floor. What we then started to do was walk forward to get ourselves more movement and then be able to walk backwards. We added in a point system, so every time you managed to pass it through, you got 1 point before you reached your camera. After that, we got into our tapping game, where we started off with the insides of our hands. So our fingertips. So we was just working on keeping the socks under control while tapping them at a reasonable height. So we didn't want to smash it right up into the sky, because then I wouldn't be able to keep it up for a very long time. So we just needed to keep it at a nice height, just so we could carry on tapping the socks until they fell on the floor, like that. So every time I tapped it, I got myself a point. So if I've done it 10 times, I get myself 10 points. And then if I manage to drop it, we go back to 0. After we done that, we needed to think about the height of the socks that I've just spoke about, but also keeping our eyes on the socks. So we spoke about moving our hands to try and change the direction, or keep the direction nice and easy for us of the socks, because it changes direction quite quickly, as you can see. And I also need to be moving my feet as well. Because the socks are changing direction, I need to move my feet left, right, forward and back, just to keep it under control and close to me. So it's not always us standing still and just tapping the socks. We're moving different parts of our body just to keep the socks under control. So I was using my eyes, my hands, but also my feet. So I was using my eyes to obviously keep my eyes on the socks, because if I wasn't looking at where the socks were, it would be impossible. We'll probably be able to do it maybe twice or 3 times before it dropped on the floor. So really important, keeping our eyes on the pair of socks. So what we was doing, one tap, back, back, and then catch. So it was inside, inside, back, back, and catch. And what I'd like you to do is, when you've got time at home throughout the week, just try and practice that. So just try and practice inside, inside, back, back, and then a catch with your pair of socks. But Year 1 and Year 2, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Well done.